Okay, so like we said in the last video, we are heading to Wyoming and our plans have changed again.
We're actually going back to one of our original plans before the virus.
We will get to that soon, but first let's get into Wyoming and find somewhere to camp.
I don't wanna waste my time, so baby we should start living now.
We get into Wyoming and it is a beautiful day, partly cloudy, perfect.
And then by afternoon, it's starting to sprinkle a little, so at a rest area, I start looking at somewhere to camp in Wyoming. So I get on RV Parky and I find a really nice campground on a lake. It's a state park, so we head there.
So we pull up and we find out that Wyoming state parks went to reservation only.
Now about this time, it's around 5 o'clock. And it's raining. They said we could sit outside and fill out, you know,
Online
and make a account and all that crap. And I just wasn't willing to do that after 5 o'clock and then pay for a site for just to sleep. So,
and in past experiences, these new websites that they're doing reservations on usually aren't real efficient.
it's usually crap.
Yeah, really hard to maneuver through.
So we'll pass on Wyoming state parks for now.
So we decided to save our money and go to a Walmart a little bit further west.
Can't beat Wally World for free.
Not just to sleep.
And we always need something.
Yeah.
So we get to the Walmart and it's around 6 o'clock and the rain's starting to come down a little harder, but we're not really paying attention. I get the Dish Network going, we're watching TV.
Getting all settled in. So we've been driving all day, so I made us something quick for dinner so we could relax.
Yep, and we ate dinner, watched our shows, just like we always do.
So we watched a couple shows and we started noticing outside it looked like the rain was turning into snow.
Yeah, and it was not supposed to snow in this area. I check weather as we go. You know, I know which way we're going for the day and things like that, especially if we're going up into mountains and stuff. And it said there was a slight chance of rain, and that was it. So I checked the weather app and now they're calling for up to 8 inches of snow overnight and down to 30 degrees.
That's crazy. We haven't seen snow like that in a while and we really didn't want to.
And so about 8 o'clock at night, we decided to take off driving through a blizzard. Because if I drive for about 3 hours, we're gonna wake up to dry, sunny area that's like, I think maybe 40s overnight instead of 30.
Big difference.
So yeah, let's do this. Okay, last night was crazy. We drove for about, what, 2.5, 3 hours. But when we was done driving and stopped at the rest area, it was completely dry. We drove totally out of the storm.
Yeah, it was a huge snowstorm. We couldn't see anything but white.
It was crazy. It was either sit at the Walmart all night and get snowed in and wake up to 6 to 8 inches of pretty thick wet snow, or drive out of it. So I decided to just drive out of it. And as you can see, it is dry and sunny here. There's a little snow from the big rig that was parked next to us.
But we didn't get to sleep in peace.
Oh God.
The craziest thing.
Yeah, like 3:30 in the morning or something, a truck pulled up next to us that had cows in the back, and I think they was dancing, they was partying back there. It was insane.
Oh my God, you could hear it so clearly.
It was literally right next to my head in the bedroom. But it's time to go. We're getting out of here. Other than that, a good sleep. Oh, Henny.
It wasn't freezing, huh, boo-boo?
We drove so far, we're almost out of Wyoming. So we're gonna head down into Utah and try some mountain camping, and it's gonna be 70s.
Yes.
You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got this day forever. Do you hear that sound? Can you feel the music? Let's get wild. We're magic, you and I. They call us reckless, but we don't mind. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you.
And we made it to the beautiful national forest in the mountains. So we've been on the road for about 3 years now, and this is our first time actually camping in a forest with super huge pine trees. Very cool.
We drove through them a few times, but never. Usually it's cold when we're going up through the mountains. Now we did stay in Flagstaff
Yeah.
for a couple weeks when we did solar. It was like right before we had to actually get out of there before it was going to snow there. So I mean,
So
that's
we didn't really
that's
get
forest.
time to play. It was really cold.
I worked the whole time putting that solar in. Annie, what are you doing? You better watch for bears.
Better
Huh?
watch for bears.
Oh, I'm watching for bears. It says we are in bear country. It is awesome up here. We have 0 cell service, but we are getting satellite dish. We had a clear view right through here of the southern sky. And we are the only ones at this campground. We are it. There's some spots up here, and then this is a little loop that goes around. But only these bottom ones down here are halfway level. You would never get level over here. It's all just hills. Well, we're gonna go for a walk. Hey. Man, we were up in the forest. Holy crap. I don't know how far we're gonna walk.
There could be a bear down here to get water. Or
Yeah, it could be. Said we were in bear country.
Crazy.
I mean, we were up in the mountains, man. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Or anything.
We're just gonna go down this trail a while and then turn around and go back. Because it's not a loop or anything, I don't think. If it is, it's a very long loop. It just goes down the highway.
Wow, look, a little waterfall. Check this out, guys. I think that's a big beaver dam. Wow. We are definitely in the forest.
That is a beaver house. And that dam is what they built to make their pool here. Very cool. We've seen those in like nature centers, fake ones, but That's the first real one I think we've seen.
Especially this close.
Yeah,
They could be out somewhere. It's nice out today.
very cool.
It was awesome. We had a great time camping in the woods. And so now we're heading out of the mountains into Salt Lake City.
Yeah, we gotta get west a little bit and find us some internet. Because you don't get any internet in the mountains.
No, we had nothing.
We're not stopping in Salt Lake City. We're going to do some awesome camping and riding on just on the other side.
It might be over tomorrow, but this day will live on forever. You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time.
So we are heading for Washington.
Yep, we're heading for Washington. Specifically, we're heading for Olympia, Washington. And why Olympia, Washington?
Because we are doing an epic trip down the 101 and it starts in Olympia.
Yep, we're gonna go, north to south. We actually have to go all the way around the Olympic National Forest first, and then it ends up in LA. We might keep going after we stop in LA, which should end up in LA around sometime the end of summer. You know, we're not setting a specific day to finish the 101, but it should take a couple months, hopefully. And then we'll see Candace's family in the LA area, and we're gonna hopefully probably keep going all the way to San Diego this time, because we haven't made it to San Diego yet. We've tried multiple times now, and something always happens where we have to turn around. And then after San Diego, hopefully back to do a little time in Quartzsite this winter.
Yeah, we'll see.
But for now, guys, don't miss the epic 101 trip. It will be a couple weeks probably before it officially starts, before we actually get to the 101. So
We are on our way.
we are on our way.
Ding that little bell so you guys don't miss these videos. They're going to be awesome. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't.
And all of our social media links are in the video description below. So
Check it out.
check it out. Follow us.
Thanks for watching.
Action.
He scared me. What is his problem?
And it's going to be 70s.
Yes.
Chloe said, yeah.
You like
70s. Wow, Chloe. We're not stopping in Salt Lake City. We're going just outside of Salt Lake.
Thought like the.
Okay, wait. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay.
So we will be crossing through Utah and
Oh my God! Just say we're heading for Washington. Okay.
it's a lot of
Just say. So we are heading for Washington.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are heading for Washington.
Specifically, we're heading for Olympia, Washington. And why Olympia, Washington?
Why?